I can start, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, Prabhu. Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Nityam Bhagavad Sevya on a Saturday morning. Today we have the privilege of having the association of His Grace Srinidhi Govinda Prabhu, which is having the Srimad Bhagavatam, continuing with 5:18. Prabhu, over to you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, for everybody. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Where is he?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Bhatreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtraki. Shanvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha. Hridayantastु ये भद्राणि विदोनति सवृत्सताम् तथा राजस्तमो भावः कामलोपादयश्च ये चेतयेतिर्नाविद्धं सितं सत्त्वे प्रसीदति एवं प्रसन्नमनसो भगवत्भक्तिर्योगतः भगवत्तत्त्वविज्ञानं मुक्तसङ्गस्य जायते. So today we are discussing Canto 5, Chapter 18 and verse number 8. Very important verse, and this verse is being said in most of the Narasimha homas as well, along with Ugram Viram. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namastejastejasse Aviravirbhava Vajranakha Vajradanstra Karmashayan Randhaya Randhayatamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuishta Om Kshram. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namastejaste Aviravirbhava Vajranakha Vajradanstra Karmashayan Randhaya Randhayatamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuishtam Om Kshram. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namastejaste Aviravirbhava Vajranakha Vajradanstra Karmashayan Randhaya Randhayatamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Abhayam Abhayam Atmani Bhuishtam Om Kshram. I will skip the synonyms because it is very long. I'll go to translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Narasimhadev, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possess nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demonic-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world. Please appear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. The purport. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.22.39 Sanat Kumara speaks the following words to Maharaj Prutu. Yatpada pankaja palasha vilasha bhaksha karmashayam gratitam udhrathayanti santaha tadvanna riktamataya yatayopi ruddha strotro ganastham aranam bhaja vasudevam. Devotees always engaged in the service of the toes of the Lord's lotus feet can very easily become free from hard-knotted desires for fruitive activities. Because this is very difficult, the non-devotees, the jnanis and the yogis cannot stop the waves of sense gratification, although they try to do so. Therefore, you are advised to engage in the devotional service of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. Every living entity within this material world has a strong desire to enjoy matter to the fullest satisfaction. For this purpose, the conditioned soul must accept one body after another, and thus his strongly fixed fruitive desires continue. One cannot stop the repetition of birth and death without being completely desireless. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami describes pure bhakti, devotional service as follows. Anyabhilashita shunyam dhyana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishnanusīlanam bhaktiruttamam. One should render transcendental loving service to Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. This is called pure devotional service. Unless one is completely freed from all material desires which are caused by the dense darkness of ignorance, one cannot fully engage in devotional service of the Lord. Therefore, we should always offer our prayers to Lord Narasimhadev, who killed Hiranyakashipu, the personification of material desire. Hiranya means gold and Kashipu means the soft cushion or bed. Materialistic persons always desire to make the body comfortable, and for this they require a huge amounts of gold. Thus, Hiranyakashipu was a perfect representative of a materialistic life. He was therefore the cause of great disturbance to Prahlad Maharaj, a devotee. Prahlad Maharaj, until Lord Narasimhadev killed him. Very important. Next sentence is very important from the purport of Srila Prabhupada. Any devotee aspiring to be free of material desire should offer his respectful prayers to Narasimhadev as Prahlad Maharaj did in this verse. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददान्ति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताकस्वामिति नामिने नम आचार्यपादाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथादामदायिने नगरग्रामतारिणे ॐ नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय नमस्तेजस्तेजसे अविराविर्भव वज्रनख वज्रदंष्ट्र कर्माशयान् रन्धय रन्धय तमो ग्रस ग्रस ॐ स्वाहा अभयम् अभयम् आत्मनि भूयिष्ठा ॐ क्षम् I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Narasimhadev, the source of all power. O my Lord, who possesses nails and teeth just like thunderbolts, kindly vanquish our demon-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world. So please hear in our hearts and drive away our ignorance so that by your mercy we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. So I welcome everyone to the Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. In this particular chapter, there are 6 personalities are praying in different varshas to different personalities. So we have already seen in the first 6 verses in Bhadrashva Varsha, the son of Yamaraj, Bhadrashrava is doing all the prayers to Hayagriva. Next in Harivarsha, Prahlad is making prayers to Lord Narasimhadev here. And we will see another 4 prayers in this particular chapter. Ketumala Varsha, Lakshmi Devi is praying to Kamadev. Then in Ramyaka Varsha, then Vaivaswata Manu is praying to Matsya Avatar. Then Hiranmaya Varsha, Aryama is praying to Kurma Avatar. Then Uttara Kuru Varsha, the earthly planet Bhumi, is praying to Varahadev. And then there are 2 more prayers coming in the next chapter, and that is Kimpurusha Varsha. Hanuman, Sugriv, and others are praying to Lord Ram. And lastly, the verse, that Bharata Varsha that we are living in, Narada is praying to Narayan Rishi. So the first few verses you can see Sukadeva Goswami describes how Bhadrashrava, the son of Dharmaraj, Yamaraj, rules over Bhadrashva Varsha. Along with his associates and residents, he worships Lord Haya Shirsha, that is called Hayagriva, a form of Lord Vasudeva, known as the director of all religious principles and very dear to the devotees. So, verse number 7, there is an introduction to Harivarsha by Sukadeva Goswami, where Prahlad Maharaj is making prayers there. So, in this particular verse, Prahlad Maharaj is using this mantra to glorify Narsingadev. So, let us hear some glories of Narsingadev as given by Srila Prabhupada. So, here the emphasis is given to the pure devotional service. And for that sake, we need to purify our hearts from material desires. So these material desires are coming from so many lifetimes. So we understand the position of Prahlad Maharaj, the demon Hiranyakashipu, and the Supreme Lord. In the Lagu Bharata Bhagavatamrita, we can understand that the three lordships are considered very special in terms of their position. Of course, one is very obvious, is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna himself. And the second one is Lord Ramachandra. And the third one is Narsingadev Bhagavan. Srila Rupa Goswami explains, based on the opulence of Narsingadev, falls into the special category of incarnation because of manifestation of his power more than other incarnations. So these incarnations are known as Paravastha incarnations, and of which Narsingadev is one of them. So we know the pastime of Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu, and Narsingadev. And Prahlad Maharaj was studying in Gurukul, Asurik Gurukul, where Shanda and Amarka are the teachers, the sons of Shukracharya. And Hiranyakashipu calls Prahlad and make him sit on his lap, and putting a hand on his head and smelling his forehead with lot of affection. Hiranyakashipu asks his son, "Son, what have you learnt? So many days that you are in Gurukul, what you have learnt?" And Prahlad Maharaj says, "Tat sadhu manne suravarya dehinam sada samudvigna diyama sadgrahat Hitvatmapatam graha andakopam vanam gato yuddha harimashrayet." He is actually addressing him as Asura Varya. So you are the best among demons. Hiranyakashipu became very happy. That is the nature of demons. If somebody glorifies demons, they are very happy. So he is telling, "I am the best of the demons." And Prahlad Maharaj says, any person who has accepted this temporary body and a temporary household life is certainly embarrassed by anxiety because of having fallen into the deep, dark well. Graham andakupam, where there is no water, only suffering. So he's telling, please renounce this everything and go to Vrindavan forest. And he says, there what you do? Harim Ashrayet. Chant Hare Krishna. And how does it sound to demon like Hiranyakashipu? He was very furious, became very angry, but he controlled his anger. Look at the situation. My son is only 5-year-old, innocent, and demon by birth. Now he is glorifying Lord Hari. Certainly, some devotees may be peeping inside the Gurukul. He immediately called Shanda and Amarka. How is this boy telling all this nonsense here? Maybe some devotee, Narada Muni or somebody, some devotees are coming and preaching to him. Be very careful. Guard your Gurukul. Give full protection to Gurukul. Please take him back. Teach him properly. And Shanda and Amarka, they took him. Asked Prahlad, what happened to you, Prahlad? Where did you learn all these things from? We didn't teach you all these things. Of course, we don't know these things anyway. Tell me the truth. If you tell us the truth, we will not punish you. Otherwise, we will punish you. What did Prahlad say? Yatha brahmatyayo brahman swayamakarsa sannidau tatha me vidyate chetas chakrapanir yadrichaya. He says, there are pieces of iron. Just if you get those pieces of iron in the presence of magnet, naturally the magnet attracts the iron pieces. Similarly, my mind, my consciousness is attracted to Chakrapanir Yadrichaya. Naturally, I am attracted to Supreme Personality of Godhead who is carrying the Sudarshana Chakra. It's a natural attraction. And they heard at the same time, they explained everything. They are teaching him whole diplomacy, how to punish, how to reward, how to rule, different kinds of things. And nothing happened to him. And next time, Hiranyakashipu, they brought him in front of Hiranyakashipu. He asked, again the same thing, put him on the lap, put the head on his on his head, smelling the forehead, he's asking, now you tell me, after going back, what did you learn? Prahlad Maharaj says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. He started telling Nava Anga Bhakti. He presented all these Nava Anga, 9 limbs of devotional service, starting from Shravanam and Kirtanam. And Hiranyakashipu became furious. He chastised Shanda and Amarka. What's going on there? This is not at all acceptable. And Prahlad Maharaj, he didn't stop there. He started speaking further. Nate miduswarta gatim hi vishnum durashaya he bhairartamaninaha andha yadhadairupaniyamanaaste stepi shatantra murudam nibhaddhaha. He says, person who are strongly entrapped by the consciousness of enjoying material life and who have therefore accepted as their leader or a guru a similar blind man attached to external sense object cannot understand that the goal of life is to return home back to Godhead. Engage in the service of Lord Vishnu. As blind men guided by another blind man miss the right path and fall into the ditch, materially attachment led by another materially attached man are bound by the ropes of fruity labor, which are made very strong cords, and they continue again and again in materialistic life, suffering the threefold miseries. And he heard this. He didn't stop there. Naisham atisthava kramagrim smrushatyanartha pagamo yadartaha mahiyasham padarajobhishekam nishkinchananam na vrinita yavat. He says, you cannot understand the Supreme Lord because you don't have the association of devotees. Not only that, you don't accept the association of devotees. So, without that, you cannot understand the Supreme Lord. So, like this, he rejected his father. So, Hiranyakashipu decided. What he decided? He said, sometimes, some part of the body, there is a poison, there's a gangrene we call, no? Normally, gangrene happens, they amputate the part of the body to save the whole body. Otherwise, the poison will spread all over the body, rest of the body. Similarly, in our family, we have this sinful person, Prahlad. To save the whole demonic family, maybe I have to kill him off. So he called his, you see how even the demons have this rationale, reasoning to do the stuff. He said, okay, he called his servants, take this boy and kill him off. And they tried to throw him from the mountain. Anything happened? Nothing happened. He tried to trample him under the feet of elephant. Anything happened? Nothing happened, no. Put him in the fire, cold place, nothing happened. They tried to stone him, throw stones, nothing happened. They they throw him in the snake pit full of poisonous snakes. Can you imagine? If there is a snake, we get frightened. And a pit full of poisonous snakes. Nothing happened to him. They administered poison, nothing happened to him. Many magical yogic fits on him, nothing happened to him. So, what is left? Nothing left basically. Hiranyakashipu could not kill Prahlad Maharaj. And when he cannot do that, demons get frustrated. Shanda and Amarka said, don't worry, sir. Hmm? Don't get disheartened, sir. You know, just you move your eyebrows, the whole planetary system will get shaken. All demigods are coming and falling at your feet. Hmm? So, certainly you have that power. Something going on wrong here. Don't worry. We will take him, we'll educate him more. We'll take him to Gurukul. Hmm? We will administer a very special program for him. After that, we'll bring him. Is that okay? And Shanda Amarka took him and he put him in a special room with along with good friends. And what happened there? He started preaching to the mates. Kaumaramacharet pradnyo dharman bhagavataniha durlabam manusham janma tadapi adhruvam arthadam. He said, at the tender age of 5 years, we have to start worshipping uh, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Start devotional service at the age of 5. Kaumara acharet pratnyo. Durlabham manusham janma. It is very rare. Human birth is very rare. Tadapi adhruvam arthadam. We don't know, anything can happen anytime. It's flickering. So we don't know in any minute that we are going to die. We don't know that. When we are going to die, we don't know. But Parikshit Maharaj had 7 days. Do we have 7 days? No. We don't know when we are going to die. So, but it is arthadam. One can perfect one's life and can go home back to Godhead. And he started preaching like this. And Hiranyakashipu back in his palace, he knows that something wrong is happening there. His son is preaching to his mates, classmates. Shanda and Amarka informed Hiranyakashipu that these things are happening. Harinam Sankirtan is going on in the school. Jai. And Hiranyakashipu was very, very, very furious. He did all the things, but he could not kill Prahlad Maharaj. And now he wanted to kill himself, Prahlad Maharaj, personally. Hmm. Then he calls Prahlad Maharaj and asks him, Prahlad, I have tried all these things on you to kill you. Tell me something, where do you get this your strength from? And beautiful reply Prahlad gives. Whichever the source that you are getting strength, from the same source I am also receiving the strength. And wonderful answer. Prahlad, Hiranyakashipu could not understand. He was like, Vinashakale Viparita Buddhi. He somehow wanted to, kill where the source, complete source where it is coming from. And he asked, where is your Lord? Tell me. He showed all pillars and everything. Is he in this pillar? Prahlad Maharaj said, yes, he is in the pillar too. He was very angry. He was making a roaring sound. He took the sword and hit the pillar, and the pillar was broken into two pieces. And there appeared a ferocious form of Narsingadev. Narsingadev Bhagavan ki jai. He says, Satyam vidatum nijabhruthya bhashitam. Vyaptincha bhuteshva akileshu chatmanaha adrishyatat adbhuta rupa mudvahan stambhe sabhayam na mrugam na manusham. He says, what form did he come from? Na mrugam na manusham. He didn't come as an animal, or he didn't come as an human form. Rather, it is a half man, half lion incarnation. Satyam vidhatum nijabhritya bhashitam. Why to prove that? Number one, his son said he is in the pillar. For that sake, I have to appear. Vyaptincha bhuteshva akhilechu chatmanaha. Why in this form? Because Brahma had given the boon to Hiranyakashipu. No human can kill, no animal can kill. Na mrugam, na manushim. So he actually, two conditions. One, Prahlad Maharaj says that he is there, Lord is there in this pillar. To make that right, he came. Second one, Brahma had given the boon to Hiranyakashipu that no man or no animal can kill Hiranyakashipu. So he accepted half lion and half man incarnation. No, na mrugam, na manusham. So immediately there was a very big fight between Hiranyakashipu and Narasimhadev. So once Hiranyakashipu had mentioned, it seems, looks like, I may die because of this Prahlad. So to make that right, I will keep their words. So Lord appeared as Narasimhadev. Huge fight between Narasimhadev and Hiranyakashipu. So he placed him on the lap. Conditions are not outside, not inside, on the doorstep. And it was almost in the evening, not in the day, not in the night. Not in the air, not on the ground. He put him on the lap. Just like doctors are making a surgery, and not by any weapon. So he used his nails and he cut open his heart and stomach. It is like opened his heart. He wanted to carefully examine the heart, like an open heart surgery. He didn't want to destroy the heart, because in a way, Hiranyakashipu also is an auspicious person due to many reasons. He was also a devotee in the spiritual world. That is why he wanted to inspect the heart. Whether Narasimhadev is thinking, I am situated in his heart, because I am a Paramatma of all the living entities. So, in that way, he wanted to see the heart, very carefully opened his heart. He wanted to look what is there in the heart. I think this is a first open heart surgery. What is going on in Hiranyakashipu's heart? He wanted to study. By that time, anyway, he is killed. Usually in the surgery, patient come back to life. But in this surgery, that did not happen. But of course, he got the spiritual form later. That was a successful surgery. He took all the intestines and put him as a garland to him. So he was in a very krodha mood. Hiranyakashipu was very, very angry. He was roaring. Not only he killed Hiranyakashipu, he killed all his demonic assistants. And no one could pacify his anger. So there is a whole lot of chapter. Practically, there a whole lot of great personalities trying to pacify the lords. So they started glorifying. See, devatas are praying, because of this demon, we are not getting our oblations. He was accepting all the oblations. Now that you have come and killed him, we will get our oblations. Gandharvas were praying. We were singing glorification of Hiranyakashipu. We could not glorify you. Now that you have come and killed him, now we can glorify you. The Rishis and Sadhus who were performing austerities, they were saying we were so disturbed. We couldn't perform our austerities. Now that you have appeared and killed Hiranyakashipu, now we can perform our austerities. In that way, all the demigods and sadhus and rishis and so many people were praying. And Brahmaji was also making prayer, but Lord was not able to get pacified. Then Brahmaji asked Lakshmi Devi, why don't you go in front of your husband? Huh? Why don't you pacify him? And Lakshmi Devi is an anger personified. I have never seen my husband like this. Huh? Maybe he's not my husband, but my husband is a very soft natured person. And Prahlad Maharaj, when Brahmaji went to, Brahmadev went to Prahlad Maharaj and said, requested Prahlad Maharaj, why don't you go near Narsingadev and pacify him? He's a young boy, 5-year-old. And he goes to Narsingadev. No fear in Prahlad Maharaj. 5-year-old boy going to Narsingadev who is very angry. So, and he goes and he says, he's trying to pacify Narsingadev. In his stuti, the whole chapter is there. Prahlad Maharaj glorifications, Prahlad Maharaj prayers. It is a very long prayers. And he says, a prayer to remove material desires from our heart. ब्रह्मादया सुरगणा मुनयोत सिद्धः सत्त्वैकतानगतयो वचसां प्रवाहै नाराधितं पुरुगुणैरधुनापि पिप्रुः किं तोष्टुमर्हति समे हरिरुग्रजातेः. She is in a very, very humble position. He's praying Brahmadaya Suragana Brahma. Brahma and other demigods. Suragana, demigods. Munayo, Siddhaha, the great sages and sadhus. All these great personalities are offered already qualified prayers. They are in Sattvagun. Sattvaikat katana gatayo vachasam pravahe. They are all in Sattvagun. They are offering so many nice prayers. That is a qualification of demigods. Vachasam pravahe, stream of prayers. Because they know Sanskrit very well. The poetic prayers they are making. They are very elaborated and poetic prayers, Vedic hymns. But they couldn't pacify the Lord. They're asking me. I am born in such a low demonic family. See, this is a humble position. How can I pacify the Lord? How can I please the Supreme Lord? Look at my dynasty. Normally, people may think, because of me, the Lord appeared. That is a natural thought. Anyone could think like this. Just to protect me, he has come. He's telling Prahlad Maharaj didn't say this. Did not say this. I am not qualified. How can I pacify the Supreme Lord? This is the humility. So to approach the Lord, the first qualification one needs is we have to be humble. Humility is very important. Srila Prabhupada in the purport gives an example of Krishna Raj Kaviraj Goswami. He prays that I am even lower than Jagai and Madai. I am worse than a worm in the stool. Krishna Raj Kaviraj Goswami has given the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. He is telling I am worm in the stool. Mahaprabhu teaches us Trinadapi Shunishena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtane Sadahari. That is the qualification we need to preach holy name, chant our holy names. So we need to be very humble. In Brahat Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami equates this to love of Godhead. As one's humility increases, then one's devotion increases to that degree. And that one has perfect humility, then one has perfect love of Godhead. the perfect humility is manifested, he equates it to love of Godhead to perfect humility. It's very important quality in our life. Even if we are not humble, we have to accept a humble position. One devotee asked Maharaj in one of the lecture, it is applied to me also. I am not at all humble. That fellow was telling, I am not humble. There is no humility in me. But I want to progress in devotional service. What can I do? And Maharaj replies, okay, at least don't act arrogantly. The first step is that don't act arrogantly. You may not have a perfect humility, that is okay. But don't act arrogantly. That is all, that is within our control. So act in a position what we can. We have to accept, at least try to accept the humble position. That is what Prahlad Maharaj is doing here. Because of the natural humility, he's getting a great strength of devotional service. So Prahlad Maharaj is praying here. See, there are two things, One side, he's telling, I have no qualification. At the same time, he's got a strong desire to serve Krishna. It's two difficult things, two things. So there is a comparison. He's making a comparison of a family background of Prahlad Maharaj and that of a demigods. So he has an intense desire to please the Lord. The two extremes. I have no qualification, but how I can please the Lord? This is a very important dynamics in the bhakti. He doesn't stop here. He explains. He gives an example of Gajendra. You see, very beautiful verse. Manne dhanabhijana rupa prupa shrutastauja teja prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yogaha नाराधनाय hi bhavanti parasya pumso bhakta tososha bhagavan gajayutha paya. He is giving an example of Gajendra. Dhanabhijana rupa tapakshrutascha. These are different qualifications. Dhana means wealth. This he's giving so many examples: wealth, aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, mystic yogic power. But all these themselves cannot satisfy Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he gives an example, Bhaktya Tutosha Bhagavan Gajayuta Paya. See, he's telling Gajendra. Gaja means elephant. Yutha means herd of elephants. See, he is a king of elephants. He fought with the crocodile for 1,000 years. And what he did, he just from that lake, he took the lotus flower and with patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. He just offered it to Lord. In his prayers, beautiful prayers, Gajendra prayers, he offered it to Lord. And Lord is completely satisfied. And he's running on Garuda to save Gajendra. What qualification Gajendra had? What beauty elephant has, Oja, Teja, Buddhi. What Buddhi elephant has? Intelligence. No, nothing. Gajendra had nothing, all these things. All that he did is he offered that flower with devotion. And Lord accepted it. That is a real qualification. So, Srila Prabhupada explains further in the next verse, very important verse. Naivatpanaha prabhuraya nijalabha purno manam janada vinushak karuno vranite yadyajjano bhagavate vidadita manam tachatmane pratimukasya yatha mukashrihi. He says, Nija Labha Purna. Very important in this. He is complete in himself. He is completely satisfied. पूर्णवद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णं मुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णम एवावशिष्यते. Prahlad Maharaj is making this for the benefit of humanity. Krishna does not need anything from you. So, Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. There are so many Sahasra Lakshmis are serving him. There are glorifying Krishna. What he needs from us? All he needs is pure devotion. So even if a foolish person offers something with a devotion, he will accept it. That is Lord's mercy. So, he's coming to pacify the Lord. You appeared here to remove the fear of all the demigods and your devotees. But why are you in this form? Please calm down. Please don't come to a Shanta Rupa. Don't show this fearful form. Tadacha mannum surascha hataschva yadya modeta sadarapi vrishchika sarpahatya lokascha nivriti mita pratiyanti sarve rupam narasimha vibhaya janasmaranti. Making a beautiful prayer here. Generally, sadhu becomes very happy. The sadhus become very happy if a scorpion or a serpent is killed. He's giving an example. Because they are envious creatures. They are considered envious, for the welfare of the rest of the living entities. It's a beautiful pastime. Once Prabhupada, as a grahastha, he went to his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in Mayapur. And there was a snake. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ordered that the snake should be killed. And along with Prabhupada, one relative also had gone. And he was telling, he was surprised, that relative was surprised. How is that Guru Maharaj ordered killing of snake? Because generally devotees are non-violent. They won't kill any insect also. But then Prabhupada said, he came across a verse in Srimad Bhagavatam. He narrates this verse, that even a saintly persons become happy when the snake or a scorpion is killed. Once Giriraj Maharaj was saying in one of the lecture, he had a very somewhat similar experience. Not exactly same, but there was a problem going on in Juhu land. There was a Nair, Demon Nair, they used to call Demon Nair, who had owned the Juhu land, and he was trying to cheat Srila Prabhupada. Not only that, drive away all the devotees, because even he wanted to drive over the deities also. In fact, once he became very angry, he said, he was shouting right in front of Prabhupada, I will smash your deities. But I'll cut the long story short. Moving ahead, once Giriraj Maharaj was walking on the streets of Bombay, and there are newspaper vendors on the street. And there was a big heading he read when he was walking on the street, the newspaper heading, A.B. Nair dead. A big picture of him. And Nair was such a powerful person, he owned the 3 English newspapers in Bombay that time. All the 3 newspapers had the same headlines. And Giriraj Maharaj felt very jubilant. He felt like dancing right there in the street. He was in the cinema theater, he felt like dancing himself. And sometimes he felt inside, is this proper, We are trying to be devotees. We are trying to be saintly persons. Following Srila Prabhupada in the great line of saintly teachers, something wrong. Then there was earlier devotee Balimardan Prabhu, he was also part of the project, and he was one of the managers. And he called Prabhupada. Prabhupada was in Melbourne that time. He was in Australia. He called Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was taking massage. He didn't take the phone, but his servant came and took the phone, and he said, Mr. Nair was dead. And Prabhupada folded his hands. Thank you, Lord Narsingadev. Thank you very much. Then he said, he prayed to Lord Narsingadev to do something about Mr. Nair because he was giving so much trouble to the devotees. So it is said that Lord takes more offense when his devotees are offended than he is offended directly. And yes, that was outrageous that Nair said that I will smash the deities. That was very bad. But Prabhupada's comment was that he was causing too much pain to the devotees, and therefore he prayed to Lord Narsingadev. Well, that is all well and good. But what about Maharaj feeling joyful, Giriraj Maharaj feeling joyful, practically dancing on the street corner. He was feeling like that, not danced. Meantime, um, two of the um, people, Sethi heard, he was a nice man. He heard from his son. And they called Prabhupada, and they told Prabhupada about Nayar's death. And they actually wrote a letter. Prabhupada wrote back, he said, that is very good news. The demon Nayar dead. Prabhupada actually wrote back. Then he quoted the same translation that even the saintly person take pleasure when snake or scorpion is killed. That time Maharaj thought that his spontaneous reaction was justified according to the scriptures. So once Prabhupada said, actually, we don't fight the Maya, but we surrender to Krishna and he fights Maya. So we just glorify the Lord. We don't even have to worry about our anarthas. We don't have to worry about our advancement. We don't have to worry about our becoming fearless. It all happens automatically by glorifying the Lord and serving the Lord. And Prahlad Maharaj was not afraid. He didn't really do anything to protect himself, but he just adhered to the lotus feet of Narsingadev, always chanting the glories of Lord, even preaching to his demonic schoolmates, and Lord took care of him. So that is a life of a devotee. He just depends on Lord. He serves the Lord, follows the instructions of the Lord, glorifies the Lord, spreads the message of the Lord, and the Lord takes care of him. But still, it doesn't mean that we don't take normal precautions. As Prabhupada said once, a devotee doesn't mean that you challenge the laws of nature. Okay, I'm a devotee, I put my head in the mouth of tiger. No, we don't challenge the laws of nature. We take normal precautions. We close the door at night. We take all normal precautions. We know that ultimately life and death are in the hands of Lord. Our protection depends on His mercy. So I will conclude with some reflections. The spiritual paths ultimately aim to destroy material desire. But only devotional service to Vasudev, Krishna, can permanently uproot these desires. So we take shelter of Lord Narasimhadev. He removes both external demons like Hiranyakashipu and internal demons like lust, anger, pride, and greed. So thus, prayers to Narasimhadev are very essential for serious sadhaka. So ultimately, we'll come to what Prabhupada has said in the purport of this verse. What he said. One second, I'll read this. Any devotee aspiring to be free from material desires should offer his respectful prayers to Narsingadev as Prahlad Maharaj did in this verse. Hare Krishna. Over to you,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wonderful class and giving that assurance. What Prabhupada has been saying, that just by worshipping Lord Narsingadev, all the obstacles will be removed in no time. You wonderfully brought about this, how in case of demoniac Mr. Nair, how even how Prabhupada also prayed that we just really get relieved of it, and that was a wonderful example of life very recently what's happened. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I will just unmute the line so devotees, you can share your reflections or you can ask your questions. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Wonderful class.
Hare Krishna, Malaji. Please bless me so that
Yeah,
I don't have humility. I am not humble. Please bless me so that I can become humble.
we will pray for you, Prabhu. We are nobody to bless you. But very nicely, there's one in Haribhakta Vilasa. There's one sloka, Prabhu, about the quality of a devotee. That is Vyadasya Charanam Dhruvayo Vidya Gajendrasya. That was very nice. And wonderful class, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Please come often. Don't stick on only to the Kannada. Devotees, come to us also.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranams.
Hare Krishna.
Wonderful class, Prabhu. Felt like listening the whole day. It was very nice, Prabhu. Flow. Prabhu, just prayers enough, or we should be conscientiously try to understand our problems and try to destroy it, Prabhu, at the same time?
These are all prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. Actually gives us that education how we can become devotees. So in most of the books where Prabhupada has given all these examples of Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, even say Dhruva Maharaj was telling in one of the shloka that see, there are two bhagyas, Manda Bhagya and Avo Bhagya. In Dhruva Maharaj went with getting some, material desires. It's a Mandabhagya. But after seeing the Lord, he's telling, I actually came for a broken piece of glass, but I got a diamond. He's telling in one of the prayers, I got diamond. So even if we go and actually we should not accept any material desires. Wherever Krishna is there, just for example, take Sudama. Sudama actually came to meet Krishna, but the guards on the gate did not allow him inside. He was looking like a beggar, torn clothes and everything. He thought, we'll give him something, he can go away. He said, I am a friend of Krishna, I want to see him. So he came to see Krishna. So our desire, Krishna came, of course, and washed his feet and treated him well and discussed whole night and all these things. But we always have to aspire Krishna and not for any material gain. So if Krishna is there, everything is there with us. For example, that lady who came to sell fruits to Krishna, she comes, she gives fruits worth 20 rupees, but Krishna gave her diamonds, but she was not happy. She went home. She was not jubilant. He wanted Krishna actually to sit on her lap and call Maya. So she went back again with fruits. And then Krishna asked her, you just come and sold the fruits, given the fruits to us. Why you again you came? He said, I don't want anything from you. Please come and sit in my lap and call Maya. And when Krishna went and sat on her lap and called her Maya, and she was jubilant, went home. So basically, we should not ask anything materially anything. If we have Krishna, we only ask for Krishna. Krishna comes and resides in our heart, then everything is there with us. So there are so many examples Prabhupada gives in his books. So whenever we pray, we ask for Krishna. So,
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thanks for the wonderful class, Prabhu. I don't have anything to say, Prabhu. Everything is so nice and very blissful, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we'll end the class, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. I think there are no more comments or requests.
Okay.
Again, thank you for your association. Yeah, we'll just end the class with a right now.
Thank you, Prabhu. Vanchakilpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Devotees will be having our live class from temple tomorrow. Please join us from the temple. Hare Krishna. I conclude now.